everyone, and welcome back for another Tooltip Tuesday. Okay, I have to tell you that I just found out one of my longtime favorite friends and customers was only using this mat to cut circles and ovals. That's it. Then when she was watching my videos and saw me working on it, she was like, "Wait, you scrapbook on that thing?" And I was like, "Absolutely, every single layout." So in case you don't know, this is the Creative Memories Custom Cutting System mat. It's technically used for circles and oval templates, but I use it every day as my base for my layouts. Why? Because it's 13 by 13 inches. So it gives me a full inch of gridded workspace all around a 12 by 12 piece of paper. And that extra space, it's perfect for alignment. So as you can see here, when I put my 12 by 12 pages on the mat, you can still see all of the grid lines around here, which makes it super handy. So these grid lines here, let me bring it up so hopefully you can see it better. So hopefully you can see, but it goes down to 1/8 of an inch. So you have the quarter marks, the half marks, 3/4, all the way down, inch apart, all the way around. So this makes it really handy for helping to keep my title straight. I can line up at the 10-inch mark and the 2-inch mark, and I know that that's going to be straight. And if I need to go across pages, I know if I line up the 2 and the 10 and the 2 on this page, that it's going to be perfectly in alignment across both of my pages. So I use this to help me with my titles, to help me center mats, to make borders even. It's like having a built-in alignment tool right on my page. I also use it for measurements. So a lot of times if I'm watching a video and they'll say, you need to mark this at the half inch, the inch, rather than having to get out my ruler and line up, which I do use my ruler too, so I don't have to use it every single time. I can just line my paper up right here and I can mark on my paper where I need to cut things. I can line up this way at the 5 and the 7 to make sure everything is in perfect alignment. Also, when I'm working on pages that are very adhesive heavy, all those little sticky bits end up on my mat and not all over my table. So if you can see clearly, my mat needs to be cleaned, but you can see all of the little black sticky marks that would end up on my table, but because I'm using my mat instead, it ends up on my mat. And I know you all have seen me many times. I even put a little dab of repositionable in the corners. That's what all of this sticky mess is. And when I put my paper down, I can stick it to the mat, and now my paper doesn't shift and move all around when I'm doing my layouts. So one mat is great, but as you all know from watching my videos, I always use 2 mats. So why do I use 2 mats? Well, when I'm working on a double page spread, I place one on each side so that, as I showed you earlier, I can align strips across. I can see both pages. If I need to move something from here to here, I can make sure that I do that. It's still aligned properly. It's basically my work table. I do both of my pages simultaneously when I'm scrapping, and I know that I have measurements to help me line up everything. Also, if you're scrapbooking at crops or retreats, you really never know what kind of a table that you're going to get when you're there. And sometimes the tables can have a texture to them. You all know it'll have that little bumpy texture that you can have on it. So by using my mat, I know that I'm always going to have a smooth surface, so that if I'm inking something and using a sponge to ink around my page, it's not going to be picking up the texture from the table. It just basically is giving me a clean, consistent surface no matter where I'm scrapbooking. And yes, it's still perfect for cutting circles and ovals and making cuts along your line if you need to. It has a self-healing surface so that it doesn't get cut. You don't have to worry about cutting up your table. So basically that's it. I love my mats. You all know from watching my videos, I use them all of the time. Now some people that I have seen before, they will actually take their mats and on the back side of it, look at how dirty. See how dirty my mats are? This is how dirty your table would be. I'm definitely going to do a cleaning with my mat after this. But you can put tape and tape it together so then when you're traveling, it would just fold up. For me, it's fine. I don't have a problem moving mine around. I do like to do it straight so that my numbers run. Y'all know me, I'm a little bit straight person. So I do put the creative memories. I've also seen people have put their names in the corner so that they know that these are their mats. I thought that was kind of a good idea, but I haven't done it. So anyway, here's the mats. If you have them in your drawers and you're only using them for circle duty, pull it out and try scrapping on it and see what you think. It really does make everything easier. I'm curious to know, and I would love for you to put it in the comments below. Are you using your mats for scrapbooking or just circle duty? Is this a light bulb moment for you? Is this new for you? I would love to hear your thoughts, and until next week, I hope you all have a really fabulous week. All right, thanks guys. Bye.